Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Paddy Venner and I'm a life coach practicing out of the UK. Please subscribe to the channel or pop along to the website if you like, and I'd love to arrange maybe to even have a private Skype session with you, or face to face if you live close by enough. I think one of the most difficult but also one of the most healing things any one of us can ever say is the words, I messed up. I messed up. It's hard because it's a confession of failure and we feel that that's a confession of weakness, when in fact it couldn't be further from the truth. Admitting that we have failed is actually a very, very strong thing to do, because it's basically saying, I'm ready to heal, I'm ready to make right, I'm ready to make better choices for the future, but also I am responsible and adult enough to shoulder the fact that I messed up, and I'm not going to be pointing the finger at anybody else, and I'm not going to be laying the blame at anybody else's door. I messed up. It's hard because it implies taking ownership of a crisis, a business failure, a marriage crisis, various different things, even the breaking down of a friendship. I've been through that. Where I've actually had to just say to somebody, listen, I messed up. It's my fault that this one lies at my door. Just today, somebody came to see me in this very office for some coaching, and they started off by saying, I messed up. And that made the session that much easier, because I was able to steer it in a direction that was helpful. Rather than finding out exactly what the problem was, this person said, I'm the problem. I've contributed to this. I messed up. Own your mistakes. When you own it, you can fix it. Well-known television psychologist Dr. Phil McGraw has got his own program in America called Dr. Phil. He says that if you don't acknowledge it, you'll never fix it. You'll never change what you can't acknowledge. If you're a child who messed up at school, admit it. Yes, there will be consequences, but that's part of life's lessons. Admit to it. If you messed up in your marriage, admit to it. If you stole something, return it and face the consequences. That's all part of the lesson. You can't do it, and you can't confess to something and expect not to get the consequences. That's part of the wisdom. That's the part of the accumulation of life lessons. And if you don't like the consequence, well, change the choice, as I always say. I messed up means I'm ready to do differently. I sat recently in a local prison. I'd gone to visit one of the prisoners, who's somebody that I'd tried to advise in their younger years, and they managed to ignore every bit of advice I'd given to them. And they sat in front of me reeling off all the things that they regret and all the things that they messed up. And eventually I looked at him and said, mate, how's it going to be different when you do come out? Because that day is going to come. And the fact that you've admitted to what you've done wrong means you're actually willing to walk a different pathway when you do come out. Admitting you've messed up actually also helps you to grow up. I've messed up monumentally so many times in my life, which is why I set out on this path of being not only a pastor but a life coach as well, to give people advice so that they don't make the same mistakes that I've made. But every time I've had a setback, I've decided that that is not going to define me. It's caused me to take stock of my life, to learn the lessons that I need to learn, to admit my mess ups, and to grow up. That's how it goes in life. We never stop growing up. Admit that you've messed up. It makes such a difference. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment if you did, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.